Well, I thought it was a really good 40 minutes. I thought we had great team effort, 21 assists, 7 turnovers, with them pressing most of at least the last 10 minutes of the game. I just thought we did a really good job. We shared the basketball. We got good shots, so we shot a high percentage. And we got some of those shots against Utah and didn't make them. Tonight we made them. And I thought our guards controlled things very, very well for us at both ends. And then I thought defensively it was as good as we've been in a long time. To hold this team to 31% shooting, it's a good shooting team and a good scoring team, and to hold them to 53 points on 31% shooting, very pleased with what we did defensively as well.
Steve, what the decision to start Tony tonight instead of Thomas?
You know what? To start Tom, however long ago it was, I said it wasn't punishment for Tony, it wasn't punishment for Tom. And to tell you what Tom is like, I missed practice yesterday. I've been knocked out since 11 o'clock Thursday night, so I just got back at it today and this morning. And yesterday we had talked about it as staff over the phone of possibly igniting us by putting Tony in the lineup, not again as a punishment to Tom, but just to see if we could get that senior going and getting him going at a high level, because we didn't think it would affect Tom any at all. And as the staff went to tell Tom, Tom interrupted him, and Tom said, "Hey, I came to you guys today because I think it'd be a good idea if you put Tony in the starting lineup." That's who Tom Welsh is. He is a team guy. You wish you had 15 of those guys, because he's quality, not just as a player, but as a young man as well. And for him to do that when he's playing as well as he's playing speaks volumes of who he is. So it was something that we were thinking about, but obviously Tom was even thinking about it as well. And so, again, it's not punishment. It's just trying something different, giving it a different look when you've lost a game, trying to give it a different look here late in the year. He is a senior, and I thought he responded very well, and I thought Tom played very well as well. We got, 26 and 12 out of them again tonight, and that's what we need to get.
What do you think kind of led to the defensive improvement? Was it some change or what?
Well, it's only been 48 hours, so it's not like, they grew up a lot in the last 48 hours. So, and I thought against Utah we defended pretty well. We just had a brutal start to the second half. We had an 8-minute stretch there where we gave up 26 points, and those are lessons that we're trying to learn that just hadn't soaked in yet. But outside of those 8 minutes, we defended Utah very well. It was just a really bad 8 minutes. I think we gave up 26 points in the first 8 minutes of the second half, or 9 minutes in the second half. And that's hard to recover when you're playing a team the quality of Utah. So I thought tonight it was just we did a much better job for 40 minutes defensively.
How do you guys have had performances like this before where you've looked really good. And Bryce mentioned this after Utah. You've had stretches where it looks like you're among the best teams in the country, and then stretches where it looks like anyone could beat you guys.
Right.
How do you make sure you take this and be consistent over the
last 4
games?
Well, it's a tremendous question. I just don't know if I know that answer. But it is a great question, Zach, and I think there are a lot of teams. Now we're probably about 3 or 4 wins, away, and I'm not going to mention what they are, but there's probably 3 or 4 that could have went the other way for us, and we'd be sitting here at, call it 18 and 9, and in really good shape, because we're a lot like a lot of teams in the country. The question you just asked for us, you can ask for the majority of the country. You see it all the time of teams that we just consistently haven't been able to get on a run and get, the wins. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if we got wore down a little bit in the non-league. I don't know. I thought it was a great schedule. I think it was a year ahead. I've said that. But there were no blowouts, so we couldn't get the bench the minutes that I would have liked to have gotten them developed, gotten the starters a little bit more confidence. So we go into league play where I thought we got some key wins, Gonzaga, Kentucky. We'd done some really good things, but everything was a battle. I mean, those 13 games are all a battle. And then you got to start on the road. And then we get hit in the face with a double overtime game and then play very lethargic at Washington State. And you just get off to a really tough start. And we've just never really gotten into rhythm, since then. And, we're running out of games here with 4 left. But we've got to take it one game at a time and stay positive with the guys. It's been a great group. It's just trying to figure out the consistency of, getting over the hump and getting those wins. You know, a double overtime loss at Washington, a 2-point loss last second here against Washington, a 2-point loss to Utah. You know, we've been right. We're, in my mind, at Arizona. You know, we've been right there where 3 or 4 games this could have turned the other way, and you know, now it's a little bit tougher on us. And now the room for error and the margin for error obviously is very, very slim.
Was this a win that was important to help keep the guys from getting too down on themselves heading onto the road? There's
no question. You know, if you don't get this one and now you got to go to the Bay Area, that's going to be really hard. So I thought this was a pivotal game for them because I think they knew they let one get away on Thursday, because I think they knew that it was just a tough 8 minutes to start the half, and it was a lesson well learned because the first 8 minutes of this second half we were really good. So we didn't get both of them like we wanted to get this thing to 7-7 and 16-11. That would have been obviously the best case scenario for us with 4 games left. But you know, now we at least carry a little bit of momentum and some confidence going into a very key pivotal trip. Our last road games, our last chance to get some road wins and get some momentum before we come back here for 2 difficult home games with the Oregons.
You guys were in a similar situation last season where you won your last 3 games and won the Pac-12, the first Pac-12 tournament game, and made the NCAA tournament. Do you feel like you have to win out from here out to make the tournament?
Well, it's hard because every day the landscape keeps changing. You know, I know we got to keep building a resume. We're not one of those teams. I think there's some teams out there that you think that are in. Then there's some teams out there that they're probably in, but they can't have any bad losses. And there'll be some of those teams that do have those bad losses. And then there's teams that might be on the outside looking in right now like we are. And how do they finish? And we just got to take it one game at a time. We know we're in a very difficult league, and we've lost some opportunities along the way. But we take it one game at a time and see what happens. And we just got to keep playing hard. You know, I thought we played hard against Utah. I just thought that first 8 minutes of the second half, we took some tough shots and we didn't defend. And we learned a lesson. It burned us. And we just can't keep learning those lessons. We got to grow and mature from those things. And tonight we showed some improvement. Hopefully we'll do that again on Thursday.